I'm about to spend the day in the life with a billionaire, Andy Frisella, a guy who built a multi-billion-dollar company from nothing. And somehow, he agreed to show us everything. His businesses, his headquarters, his 30-car garage, and the exact mindset that helped him build an empire. What was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Well, I don't want to say, but
You give us a range, how much?
well into the 9 figures.
So today, we're doing something insane. I'm flying out to St. Louis, Missouri, and we're following Andy around everywhere to find out how he actually thinks. So with that being said, let's go see how a billionaire spends his day. All right, guys, we are right now on the way to go interview Andy at his headquarters out here in St. Louis. And look, I have no idea what his headquarters looks like, but apparently I've heard it is absolutely insane. Okay, he's got a compound out here in St. Louis, man, but we're about to go see for ourselves and show you guys. This is it. There we go right here. Guys, we just got to our destination out here in St. Louis, man. I want y'all to see something real quick. So this whole entire building, look, it goes all the way down here, is Andy Frisella's headquarters out here. And you see that building in the distance right there? He owns that building too. So this is an absolute compound. But look, we got to go inside before meeting up with the man himself. We got to see the facility because I've heard his headquarters is crazy, you guys. Let's go see this thing for ourselves. Come on. This is a beautiful headquarters right here.
From there, yo.
How you doing, Andy? Great to meet you, man.
Good to meet you too,
Appreciate
man.
you having us out.
Yeah,
man. Very happy
awesome
to be out
have
here.
you. What's up, fellas?
Hey, we were telling him, man, you have an impressive compound out here.
Oh, thank you, man.
This
Yeah.
is quite the spot, man.
Yeah, thank you.
You got the man cave back here too.
Yeah, we got a full locker room, and this is actually where I do most of my work.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a really nice office, but I don't go there.
love it.
Yeah, I'm a ex-sports guy, so it's the environment and the culture and everything of the sports team is what we try to create.
Yeah. How important is that to first form success? Who were we just with yesterday? Eric Spofford.
Oh, yeah. Spofford's awesome.
Yeah, he great guy, and he was talking about how insane like the culture is that
Yeah.
he built. Can you kind of elaborate on that just for?
It's everything, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got to think about it, dude. Like, people spend most of their life, or at least a significant portion, around the people that they work with. And if you don't have a strong culture, you can't have a strong business.
Yeah.
So, you know, having everybody get together, work out together, train together, get along, have fun together, you know, it helps balance out that grind of every day building something big.
Did you ever have to fire people?
Oh, yeah.
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 How do you go about firing people?
I think the biggest thing about firing people is you got to realize that if you don't fire them, you're holding them back. You know, you're keeping them from doing what they could be great at and what they could do. And, you know, when I was younger in business, it was a really hard thing until I realized that. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bro, it's really good to meet you,
It's good to
man.
meet you.
Congrats.
Real quick, are you on this right here? Okay, so Andy, so this is my brother Jack. Your brother's the CEO of the company that
Yes,
you
sir.
started as well.
Yeah.
How do you feel about doing business with friends and family? A lot of people debate, it's like, don't go into business with family. How do you feel about doing business with your brother? What's that experience been like for you?
I think it's been amazing. You know, we've built this whole company with our best friends and family. You know, yeah, there's some challenges to it, right? Because sometimes you let the family part get involved, but the reality is who's going to have your back more than your friends and family?
100%. You have that trust and
Absolutely.
aligned on values, morals, and stuff like that.
Correct. And, you know, even when things get rough, you know that they have your best interests in mind. I actually think that's kind of bad advice, the not do business with family, but I also think there's, you know, points to it as well. Sure. You know, if they don't have any skills, you don't want them as a partner.
Everybody's got to bring something to the table.
That's right.
You know?
I happen to be blessed with people around me that are all highly skilled, highly driven people, so works out well.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's go check it out.
So this is our we have two gyms. This is our main gym. The other one's across the street. Like right now, obviously everybody's working, but if you come in here at 5 o'clock in the morning, it is packed. You come in here at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's all so packed.
Have you seen a correlation between physical fitness and financial success?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Huge. And the bigger correlation, you asked me about culture, is the mutual suffering, okay? When everybody trains together and everybody works together and everybody's, you know, struggling together and everybody's kind of humbled out, right? Yeah. You know, you see people who are, you know, they're dying or somebody's throwing up or somebody's not able to do the workout. That person might be a leader in the company or a boss in the company, but they're equal out here, right? And so it really helps people come together. You know, good culture isn't made in the game, it's made in those hard times. It's made in those times when everybody's struggling and everybody's working together. There's mutual suffering going on. And I think that's one of the biggest things that helps drive our culture. One thing you'll notice is like all the logos in here are always straight. The gym is, perfectly clean all the time. It looks like this all the time, not just because you guys are here. And by the way, we don't have a cleaning crew in the building at all. So this is all our culture. Everybody understands the standard and everybody understands what we're trying to do. And it's not a rule. It's not, hey, do this or you're fired. It's them understanding that when there's an opportunity to invest in your own discipline and you pass it up, you're actually hurting yourself. You think about discipline as a bank account where you make deposits and withdrawals. And when you walk past a piece of trash on the ground or you see this, and you don't fix it, well, that's not hurting the gym, that's not hurting First Form, that's hurting you. So when you cultivate that mentality with everybody understands, like, we're trying to get better, and so they do it automatically. It's really cool.
Love it. Look at the court. Wow,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
So we get some basketball going just about every day.
I love it. And you were born and raised in St. Louis, right? Did you ever leave your hometown at any point in time?
I did. I actually started the business in Springfield, Missouri, which is about 3 hours away.
Nice.
And then we started in just a little retail store with no money. We didn't have any investors. We didn't have any inheritance or anything like that. We started with $12,000. And our first store was the exact size of this flag. And then, we thought we were going to be rich. First day we were in business, we sold $7.
First 10 years, like the biggest month you had was like what, $700?
Yeah. So the first 3 years we didn't make any money. It took us 6 years to get our second store open, and the first 10 years total, I made $58,380. So from year 3 to year 10, I made $695 a month. And then we worked other jobs, bartending, side hustles, and things like that to really just keep things going. So the first couple of years we lived in the back of our store.
At 19 years old, you had people that didn't necessarily give a ton of trust in you, right? Because you're a young guy. A lot of them probably just didn't see enough gray in your hair at the time. You have younger people that come and approach you per se, asking for advice. Do you kind of approach that differently than a lot of older people do because of how you once were at 19 years old?
Oh, no. Listen. I've spent my whole life trying to encourage young entrepreneurs to win. I love young entrepreneurs. I love explaining to them, like, hey man, this isn't just Lamborghinis and balling out. This is hard, it's a grind, and just because it's hard for you doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It actually means you're doing it right. So I really try to take my time and kind of put my arm around the young guy and say, hey man, you could do this. What you see on the internet and how it is in real life are oftentimes very different. And so I feel obligated to do that because I wish someone had done that for me. The reality is anybody out there can learn skills. Anybody out there can learn to be resilient and gritty and tough. And these are things that are required to win. And every single person that's listening to this or will ever hear this has the ability to be great as long as they are willing to pay that price. And that price is often left out of what we see on the internet, right? That's why I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're happy to be here.
So everything that you're about to see, this is all, if you go on our website, it's individual pick and pack orders.
So real quick, where are we at right now? Where is this right here?
So this is the distribution area of Building 1 at First Form.
You own all the distribution. You do all the distribution.
Yeah, we do all the distribution.
So how important is vertical integration as an entrepreneur?
Huge. The more vertical that you can get and control your supply chain all the way down. We control supply chain all the way from ingredients to retail. I think it's a massive, massive part of our success. Now today, you have a lot of effective ways to distribute product, but when we were doing it, a lot of those things didn't exist the same way. So we did it ourselves, and it probably cost us time and probably a lot more money in the beginning. But now we're set up to do it, and it really has worked out well for us.
Did you ever at any point in time consider maybe partnering up with like a giant in the supplement space?
What's funny is here's a story for you. So back in 2012, I flew out to, at the time, was the biggest nutritional supplement distributor in the world. And I was trying to get them to distribute our products. And they told us no. They said, no, we're not going to do that. And I said, okay, well, we're going to do it ourselves. And they basically said, well, that's never going to work. And it came out of not having the options that forced us to do the vertical integration the way that we have. It's like most challenges. At the time, it really hurts and it's frustrating. But long term, you figure out exactly why that happened, and it ends up being a good thing.
I had to ask, man, growing up, did you have any idea that this was going to be possible and that you were going to have facilities and a headquarters like this? I always like to ask people, man, because you built an empire for yourself, man, and it's so impressive and so inspiring for us. I mean, we've interviewed some crazy people, but this is one of the craziest spots that I've seen, man.
No. To answer your question, I knew I was going to do something. I always felt this thing inside of me, man, and I know a lot of people feel this. They feel like I'm not meant for everything else. I'm not meant for the regular life, but I don't know what I should be doing. And that's kind of how I felt, like most people feel that have ambition and have drive. And right out of high school, I went to college for one semester, and I'm like, this is not for me. And we started our retail store, and we just said, okay, well, let's try to do this. I didn't think it was going to work because, like I said, 3 years we didn't make any money, and then the next 6 we didn't make any money. And then it became this thing where I wasn't qualified to do anything else at a point in time. So we had to, right? I didn't have any other options. We just kept pushing, man. And little by little, the vision expands and it keeps expanding, it keeps expanding, it keeps expanding. And to this day, that's still how we do things. This is where,
before we head out of here, I saw these the core values right
sir.
here.
Yeah.
Of all these right here, if they all had to go and you could only keep one, what's the? I know this is tough question.
Man.
The one core value that is at the root of First Form success.
Oh man, that's an impossible question.
Yeah.
I think be disciplined, but it's be disciplined about all the other core values.
Definitely. Sure. Hey,
Yeah.
Guys, we're literally spending a day in the life with a billionaire right now, and I'm about to be right back to the interview, but I have a very important announcement to make. So listen, over the last 4 years, I've interviewed over 55 billionaires, and I built a multi-million-dollar business at just 24 years old. And I want to be very clear, the biggest reason I've become successful so young is because of one thing: mentors. That's why 2 years ago, I launched the School of Mentors, the #1 private community in the world, where you can get mentored every week by the millionaires and the billionaires I interview on this channel. And now, for the 2-year anniversary of the School of Mentors, I'm doing something insane. I'm giving you a gift to celebrate. For the next 24 hours only, you can join the School of Mentors for just $29, which is significantly less than the normal price of $49. I've never done anything like this before, but I wanted to do this to give back to the School of Hard Knocks family and celebrate our 2-year anniversary. And if you're wondering, what exactly is the School of Mentors? Let me break it down. It's my private community where I put you face to face every single week with my mentors. I'm talking multi-millionaires and even billionaires. But let me be clear, this isn't a live stream. This isn't some course. It's private calls live on Zoom every week with people who've built generational wealth. But here's the craziest part. On these live calls, you're able to ask them your specific questions live and get mentored by them. Plus, I'm so confident that you'll absolutely love it that I'll give you the ability to try it out for free for 7 days. And if you don't love it, I'll give you a full refund. So if you want to lock in the 2-year anniversary offer at just $29, waste no more time. Go down, click the link in the description of this video or the pinned comment and join the #1 community in the entire world for entrepreneurs and business owners, the School of Mentors. I can't wait to see you on the inside. With that being said, let's get back to the video.
Oh, this is worth noting. So all of our awards that we give out, all of them, none of them, not a single one, is based on sales. Like most companies say, oh, here's the most that you sold. Nothing that we give out for recognition has to do with what you sold. It's all culture and core value driven. So what this is called is our Culture and Leadership Award. This is the highest award that you can win in our company. We give it out once a year. And this is Brittany Landers, and she won it this past year. She's awesome.
So you have nothing but A players that work with you.
Yeah, well, if they're not, they're going to be. Yeah, but yeah, man, we're very fortunate. I get to come in here every day. A lot of people, on the internet, everything's about the flex or the success or this or that. But dude, it's your life, man. You know what I'm saying? You spend so much time with the people that you work with. And one of the things that I'm most grateful for is that I get to come in here every day with hungry, ambitious, really good, centered people that inspire me. So there's a mutual energy exchange. A lot of times in business you get stale or you get burned out or the repetition and the monotony starts to wear you out. And when you come to work and spend time with amazing people, dude, it's energizing. It energizes me. So anytime I'm ever at home and I'm like, man, I don't really feel like doing this today, the second I come up here, dude, it switches my mood because I'm around the energy.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's probably messy. I don't ever go up there. This is my office. These are all things that people have given me over the years. This is really cool. So this is a Rolex 24 Daytona trophy. Daytona is the biggest race in sports car racing. So we won that race. And
was that like you sponsored a car per se?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so sick.
Yeah. And then the coolest thing in here is this flag. So this is a Civil War era battle flag.
Wow.
So this has actually been in battle.
That is insane.
Yeah, that's blood.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's blood. So I bought that out of a museum. Out of all the things that I own, it's probably the thing that I cherish the most.
Mm-hmm. Where did your patriotism come from? Because especially I think in today's world, there's been a trend of people try to make people look bad for actually loving their country and whatnot. And it's like, we live in the greatest country in the world.
Absolutely.
And when people talk about it, there's kind of like a weird stigma about that, but you're proud to say, where you're from. Why is that?
Well, like a lot of Americans, my family has made big sacrifices for this country. My dad's biological father never even got to meet my dad because my grandma was pregnant with my dad when he went to World War II. And he stormed on D-Day, Utah Beach, and then 6 months later he was killed. He was 20 years old. He didn't get to live a life. He didn't see my dad grow up. He didn't see anything my brother did. My brother played pro baseball. He didn't see any of the things that we've done together. I think we owe those men and women. You can tell it makes me a little bit emotional to even talk about it. But I think it's just something that, if a 20-year-old man can sacrifice everything, we can be proud of this country and we can speak up for it. And if people don't like it, they can get That's what I think about it. Yeah, we're gonna go building too. Yeah, but he's all over. He's doing real good. I forget how big it is. So we actually have all 3 of these buildings. This one. Yeah. This building's newer than that one. Okay. We were in this one at first, and then this one about a year later.
Yeah.
are our transformation winners for the last year.
Wow.
And they always switch, right? We have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3.
That's awesome. Good for Josh, man.
Yeah. This is what we do, man.
Yeah.
Dude, this is giving this dude his life back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Straight up.
How was it for you figuring out how to do the whole like?
It's what you said. It's what you guys said. You got to work with people that know shit that you don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of this shit, bro. The first shelves that we had in our store, I built. You know, but there's guys that come in that are straight up distribution experts. That's all they do. And what we did was we hired a company to consult us and then teach our guys how to do it. Again, this one? Yeah, that's a tornado. Yeah, that's a tornado forming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. That's what we do in Missouri.
Challenging the video, right? Right there. Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. Is this your Bugatti?
Yeah.
And how did you get a Bugatti, man? How did you get rich?
Excuse me?
What'd you do to afford a Bugatti?
Oh, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so Andy, where are we at right now?
We're at my garage.
Your garage right here. This is the spot out here.
Yeah.
Out here in St. Louis.
Yep. This is my house. It's a historic property. It used to belong to Ulysses S. Grant.
From the Civil War.
Yep, the 18th president of the United States. The main house is here. I drove by here as a kid when I was like 17, 18 years old. And I was like, man, it'd be the coolest house ever. And then I ended up owning it.
I love it.
Like all those times when I was broke and when I was thinking about like the kind of place I wanted, I would always visualize this house. And it just so happened when I was in a position to find a new house, it came for sale and I bought it. I'm a huge motorhead, okay? Car guy, automobile enthusiast, but really anything with a motor. So I built this garage that you guys are about to see.
Amazing. Wow.
There you go.
Damn.
So it's 2 levels. There's this level and then there's a level downstairs.
Do any of these have a significant meaning to you for like a purchase?
For sure. It's the 70s Chevelle down there. When I was a kid, I was a huge car guy, and the 1970 Chevelle I thought was the coolest car ever made. And so out of all the cars in here, I would say that's the car I'm emotional about. Everything else could come and go. Great cars, love them, have a great time, but I love that car. I feel like if I was a car, I would be this car. I love this car.
So let me ask you this way. What are the best cars for people to own and drive around in? Let's say when they're starting to ball out like you, man. What do they need to get in the fleet?
Oh, man, you know, like entry level,
Yeah.
I have a different perspective on it. Everybody does Huracans and everybody does R8s. If I were gonna buy an exotic and I was young and I was just getting it going, I'd probably do an Aston. I think they're classy, I think they're cool, they're fun to drive, they give off a different vibe. You guys wanna see downstairs?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
This is my cigar lounge here. I've had this garage for 6 years now. But I have all this memorabilia that people have sent me. This is not it. I've got like a whole room full of it. We're getting ready to put it all over this wall. Hermosa gave me this. And then we got racks down here. A lot of my stuff's either here, being worked on or in service. So you guys like trucks? This is my favorite truck right here. 05 F350 OBS body style. This is really cool. That's a 4 original mile 69 Charger Daytona. It's worth like $2.5 million bucks.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Guys, that's a wrap on today's video. I need y'all to stop right now, like and subscribe for incredible content coming every single week on the School of Hard Knocks, man, because look, nobody is bringing you behind the scenes in the lives with billionaires and access to billionaire entrepreneurs just like we are on the School of Hard Knocks. But I want to go a step further and give you direct access to my billionaire network that I built through the School of Hard Knocks. Every single week, I host live calls with the 8, 9, and 10-figure entrepreneurs that you see me interview on this channel, where you can ask your questions directly to millionaires and billionaires on live Zoom calls that I host every single week. So if you want access right now, all you have to do is go down, click the link in the description of this video, and I'll see you on the inside of our private entrepreneur community. That being said, I'll see you in the next video.